everyone! This is a review of Super Diaper Baby 1. So, just now I'm actually out of breath just now. I was just reading that book. So let's have a review. I'll have a review of Georgia Hero first. Remember the capture backs? You should read the adjacent model. I think your screen time is too much. Actually, I'm also having screen time. I'm doing this fast. Okay? And they write it. I'm having some reviews. And remember that big poo? That guy and one of that super talented baby's powers. But at last, because he pooed, so he went away and then he turned to a poo. And then he turned big with lava. And Super Diaper Baby was naked when he defeated him, when he hit the hair. That Hoskin and that reveal of that nurse, and he say, what's his AGG? I think it's 0 like this. Oh, 13.5. Actually, he should say, I can't say my age because it's private. Because it's a girl. And this Captain Underpants is really dumb. It's actually a real book, you know. This is Captain Underpants, the adventure. This is talking toilets, the aliens. It's the cafeteria aliens. Because those cafeteria ladies I'm talking about retired because the principal, Mr. Krupp, remember him at the front page, this guy, Mr. Krupp. And then, yeah, he's sad about him, but they also leave. And there's a band of aliens on power of the school, and they actually want to rule the whole school. But actually, Mr. Crop is very mean, and they need to pretend to be human, so they pretend that and rule the school. But last, yeah, the Captain Underpants defeats him. And it's Professor Poopy Pants. His name is Professor Poopy Pants. And he needs to change everyone's names in the whole town. And then he wants to teach them the lesson. But the dumb part is, because why he don't change his own name? So he really should change his name. And his new name is very funny. Guess what? His name is Tippy Tinkle Trousers. And then this is book 5. Captain Underpants and Wedgie Woman. The wolf of the Wedgie Woman. It's very funny. That day, there's a call say next week changes, and then they actually changed the thing because Miss Anthrope, a teacher's all computers still opened, and they changed the schedule, and then they printed it out and then gave it to the whole school. The first day was the funniest. It was no school, and the Wednesday was pick your nose and stick a sandwich on your head there. It's very funny. And they say, all football players turn to at the gym for a food fight. It's very funny, and the photos is you need to wear up a bee clothes, and then who wears the prettiest bee clothes have a grand prize. And everyone was very surprised, and they changed the card. That means Miss Rebel needed retirement. That means their teacher. But because, and I'm not telling this story. So because actually Miss Rebel, because he needed a retirement card, but he stays student raw, and then they need a signature. They asked Mr. Crop, and then they changed it. They didn't ask the guys to, then I asked the guy to color and draw it. So yeah. And so they draw it, and then they write, "Your one help, Mama." I remember that. And say, "Will you marry me?" Signed, Mr. Crop. And Miss Rebel read it, and he was very angry. And then all the teachers said, "This will be the best marriage ever. Let's have it at school on Saturday." And those funny things become, and then on Saturday, even Hero wear a flat top. That means he got flats on, right? But here I'm no. But that day he didn't wear it. And he been hypnotized. Actually, Captain Underpants is Mr. Crump. Blah blah blah. That guy. But because they hypnotize it and they say, hey, you're Captain Underpants, and he really turned to Captain Underpants. So he really fights crime. That was very surprised, but he didn't know any superpowers. But this is by George and Harold. But actually, the real story is by Dave Pilkey. So Dave Pilkey, and then after Dave Pilkey and one the working woman and then Miss Rebel been hypnotized. A woman hypnotized and say yes, it's no. That means you won't be a wedgie woman. That means you will be a wedgie woman. So I'm done talking about the first book, and there was. So the sixth book is because the Melvin and he wanted to show up. So he built a machine, and it turned to a very stinky thing, stinky blah blah. And he combined himself 3 elements because one is nose breathing, one is himself, and one is the robot machine. So there's part 2, and because he was free, but all his parts of bloody and thing turned to life at the book 7. So book 8 is Poppy Business. That means everything is a good guy, but except for George and Harold, it's actually the opposite of the world of guy. That means everyone's a good guy, and the Mr. Crump is not fighting; it's fighting crime, and everything is quite different. It's opposite. So the terrifying Tinkle Trousers, he came out of jail, and then he was ruling the world again, and then the temple is also about him. And then read it. And the 11th book is the funniest, but there's no surprise. It's actually about there's 2 George and Harold. They made a time machine. And when teachers saw George and Harold, they went crazy. And then the first teacher was Miss Afro. He went naked. Unbelievable. And then other teachers stopped being naked except for Mr. Crump. But Mr. Crump didn't do something bad, but he went to cops, and the other teacher went to the medical hospital. So yeah, this is the end of the review of the Super Diaper Baby 1. Because there's Super Diaper Baby 2. Okay, so this is the end. Bye.